The second one, and this is one that's often overlooked, and the idea of apologetics is the love apologetic.
The love apologetic. Okay,
Yes.
you're gonna have to explain that one to me. I've never heard of that.
So the love apologetic is the place where the barrier is that people need to know that God cares. They need to know that you care. So especially if someone is going through something hard, you telling a person, well, God's in control and everything has a purpose, doesn't completely fill all their needs because there's an emotional need.
Right. So you would say
real
that
pain.
what we did at the homeless shelter when I ran the homeless shelter and recovery center was basically living out a love apologetic, because it's a service demonstrating love, sacrifice, and we're working to make other people happy, people who wouldn't ever be able to pay us back for what they're doing. And then it's giving to the community and making it better at the same time by taking care of people and everything.
So basically people need to know you care, and it doesn't always have to be this big overt thing like giving food to the homeless or something. So like for instance, as a coworker, just treating them with love and respect. When you listen to them, you look in their eyes, you take time to get to know them. If they need something, you say, oh, I'm so sorry about that. And then you help them. Just knowing, giving people and letting them know that you love them and you care for them in a very real way removes the barrier, because again, they're going to hopefully know that you're a Christian. And
Right.
So what is one of the things that in our country is a real problem? They call us hypocrites. They say like, oh, well, their God's supposed to be a God of love. They don't care about other people. That other people go hungry and they just go, they're in trouble and they just ignore it. And unfortunately, that's a lot of times true.
Right.
When it comes to a lot of people in Christianity nowadays. So we've ignored the love apologetic. We're supposed to be known by our love, not by our intelligent arguments, but by our love, not by our thick books of theological treatises, but by our love. And so, because it's supposed to be so uniquely wonderful and good that they're like, there's something different. And it actually takes people's attention. So again, this is specifically for the person that has, that went to your church, and maybe they don't have an objection about, oh, well, I just don't think the Bible isn't valid because of the scientific evidence of blah, 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 blah. But they left because they're like, I just don't think God cares. Maybe something awful happened in their life and they just assume that God doesn't care. Or the fact that, maybe somebody did something to them at the church or did something unkind, and now they're like, people don't care. They're hypocrites, and I'm not going to darken the doorsteps of a church anymore. And they leave.
Okay.
So, and of course, nowadays, a lot of times, if you leave a church, you leave the Christian community. And so the thing is that, so this is a person that won't darken your doors of your church or something like that because people have been so unkind and unloving to them. And so, this is when we show them that they care, this is when the walls will come down. And now you have access to doing that. Here in Contagious Disciple Making, we talk about how it's important to not just share Christ, say the words, but to also love and develop a relationship with people. Mm-hmm. Because it's through that you get to do this love apologetic.
Yeah, the love apologetic often opens up things for initial relationship. Before we demonstrate some kind of demonstration of love or care and concern, those doors are not open at all. And it's very hard to disciple somebody it's very hard to disciple a stranger. You kind of need to have some kind of relationship to make that happen.